What is going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here, and today I'm doing something a little bit differently. I want to see how much this El Camino weighs, and I've been real curious ever since I got it, because you know, a lot of guys, they'll go out and buy an S10 or something to make a lightweight V8 truck, but then you've got these El Caminos, which yes, they're part truck, part car, but they came from the factory with V8s, a good bit of them, not all of them. But a lot of them came from the factory with V8s, and I know their curb weight is supposedly somewhere around 3,400 or 3,500 pounds. So I want to see what this one is. It's got a little bit of weight taken off of it, like it doesn't have AC, doesn't have a condenser, all that stuff's gone. And you know, an aluminum intake, I'm pretty sure it would have been an iron quadrajet intake from the factory, but I could be wrong. But you know, it's a little bit lightened up, got aluminum wheels. You know, but I know that they're bigger 15x8s in the rear, so it might be heavier than the factory 14x6s. But we're going to find out today, and I'm really curious. So put your guess down below how much you think it's going to weigh. I think without me in it, it's going to be 3,450. And that, of course, will be, I mean, it's got pretty much a full interior, just minus the AC stuff. So I might be shooting a little bit high, but I also don't want to undershoot it, you know. So let's be surprised. Put down your guess below. She's squatting a little in the rear, you can see. I don't think she'll rub, but that's real close. If she does, I'll probably just slide all this stuff forward. But the reason I have it in the back was I was real worried that putting it right here, I've got a couple of pretty heavy crankshafts in there. I really don't want the guys at the scrapyard to pull one out and dent a fender or anything right here, or quarter panel, whatever you call it on an El Camino. I really don't want that to happen because that's actually pretty straight. That's just paint right there, just a paint imperfection. But I was a little worried that if I set it all the way up towards the cab that they would damage the car a little bit, and I don't want that to happen. So we've got an old AC compressor, some water pumps, a pan that a rod flew through, a couple crankshafts at the bottom, a couple cams, some suspension components, just mismatch of stuff here, probably a couple £100 worth. It might make me $1.85 at the scrapyard, but that's not why we're going. I really want to see how much this old truck weighs. But all right, let's see if she'll start. It's 45 degrees out here. Let's head on over to the junkyard. Setting off in the squatted El Camino. This must be what it feels like to drive a squatted truck, and I don't like it. I don't see how they could do this. It's really not that bad, guys. It's just a little floaty. I haven't really driven with a load in the bed. You know, this thing's got lowering shocks on the rear, so it doesn't have air shocks. So every extra little bit of weight kind of sags the back, but it's not bad. I haven't heard any rubbing yet. I've taken a couple of corners too. That might have been a little rub in there. Took a little bit of a bump. We got about 10 miles left to go, and we'll be there shortly. So I'll get back with y'all then. Those pinhole leaks at the collector. That's that noise you hear. It's a pretty bad little exhaust leak. I really need to get it re-welded. All right, guys, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and place those bets below on how much y'all think this El Camino weighs. As a refresher, it is a 1978 model with a small block 383 under the hood, iron heads, turbo 400 transmission, 10-bolt rear end, and it has manual steering, and it doesn't have any AC, so that loses a little weight there. So what do y'all think it weighs without me in it? My guess, again, is $34.50, and Clay's guess was $33.85. So let's take a look at this receipt, shall we? You can see to the left of my thumb that we went in weighing 3,800, and to the right, they pulled out 280 pounds of scrap. So that leaves it with 3,520 with me in it, and with a bunch of tools and coolant and oil and stuff in the back. I estimate about 50 pounds. I keep enough for any emergency. So that leaves it at 3,320 as it sits with a full tank of gas, considering I just filled up before this. I've probably used 2 gallons since then. So, wow, that's actually a whole lot lighter than I thought it would be. 3,320. That is less than most 4th gen Z28 Camaros. That's even around where a New Edge Mustang GT is fully loaded. So that is crazy. This thing's actually lighter than what I thought it would be. The El Camino is back sitting like it should. It's no longer squatted with weight in the rear, and it looks really good like this. This is the perfect stance for it, in my opinion. And guys, I'm absolutely thrilled with the results of the weigh-in. Whenever I put this El Camino on the scales today, that tells me, just being a tick over 3,300, that this thing could be a proper hot rod. You know, if I get the right gear ratio set up, going, you know, it's got 241s right now. Oh no. Upon closer look, I don't think that was done at the scrap yard. Look how high that is up there. I did not run over any metal or anything. It was just, you know, rocky ground and stuff like that. I don't know what did that. And I'm not one to hit curbs either, so interesting. So yes, that will definitely, it won't be able to be patched. Wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna look at this other wheel, or this other tire too, see if it's got anything odd. I don't know. What do y'all think did that, guys? I'm certainly not a tire expert, but look at that. Well, those tires were a little older than the backs anyway. That's a bummer. I saw it was sitting, leaning a little that way. Oh well, things happen. I know the weight of the truck now, or car, depending on, you know, depending on how you classify it. Guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. She's a pretty fun cruiser. Rubbed just a little whenever I took big bumps, but didn't take anything off the tire. I was real cautious when I was driving, trying to make sure to listen for every little noise, because the last thing I wanted to do was tear up these tires. These are quite a bit more expensive. The fronts are just little, 195, 75, 14s, I think. Little small tires. Guys, thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.